You are not late at all. I would say, actually, quite the opposite. You are right on time. Let me just make sure here. There we go. There we are. Nice. Hello, everyone. You can't hear? Cozy, why can't you hear? Did you game in the morning? Hi, Mika. Hellos. Hi, Mika. Hi, Lulu. Hi, Kaz. Just gonna check. Yes. Alright. And Mika, I'm horribly sorry that you are eepy. I heard that, and that's very unfortunate. Yeah. That kind of sucks, though. I think, anyways. That's okay. You're alright. Ooh, I might take a break and grab me a cup of coffee at some point. I like my coffee. I quite enjoy my yummy, yummy cup of coffee. There we go. Yeah, Mika, for me that kind of stresses me out a little bit. You know, it just, I don't know, like, I don't hate cursive. I don't hate it at all. Yeah, I just... Very nice, Cozy. Very, very nice. Hi, Paris. Hellos. How are you? How's it going? What you been up to? Goodness me. Yeah, I got a random hair and I just decided to do a stream not at midnight. Which, I mean, just as well, I suppose. There we are. Oh, Paris. Yeah. And I imagine really emotional, too. Hey, Dari. Gosh. Yeah, it's weird. I'm leaving in 12 hours. Okay. I mean, that's not, like, too bad. I don't think, anyways. Wait, this doesn't make sense. What? That's odd, but alright. Fix that here in a second. I'm sorry, I'm currently dealing with some things. He might. With Silver, you never really know, unfortunately. You know, Silver, he's kind of his own, he does his own thing. I do online school, but I'm listening to the stream stuff. I mean, you can do both, I imagine. Yeah, it's not like that big of a deal. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like that time frame is not awful. In that case, Paris. Yeah, it's not like the worst that I've heard. I know. So when we're moving out of our old place before we came to, you know, the actual house that we had purchased, we were basically packing up until like the last minute. We were like, you know, shelling out boxes like incredibly quickly. Not fun, but incredibly stressful. And I fully admit, you know, I think we went down to the wire, like to the very last day. After like super long days of hauling boxes and that sort of thing. I mean, hopefully, like, it'll be alright though. You know what I mean? Like hopefully your folks are gonna be understanding, and after this thing will be done. I get you. Okay. I hope so. The trip will be so expensive. Yeah, I forget, where are you going? Like I know how I be seeing you even in school. Ivo, pay attention to whatever you're doing. Yeah, Paris. Excuse me. I know you're going to uni Paris, but like, is it like a super long drive or? Okay, I getcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. How's it going, Ivo? Why are you watching me in school though? Like I don't mind, but you know. Why though? Ah. Yeah, that it's not 3 hours isn't awful, but it's certainly a long drive. Most certainly a very, very long drive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let me tell you, last night absolutely whooped me. Yeah, it won't be fun in the warm weather. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, Mediterranean tends to not fun, not fun at all. You hear this dream, really? You can hear the stream, or you can't. Because you said can there, Ivo, and I'm guessing you mean can't. As hot as like in the summer. Yeah. It's kind of like in that weird in-between stage where it's like starting to become autumn, but not quite. I don't know. I like autumn. Autumn is a really nice middle ground between like the blazing heat of the summer and like the. You're good, Ivo. About 4. I will have to see. I might need to stop and charge my headset, but yeah, I will be streaming later tonight. Bye, Ivo. Laters. Yeah, autumn is like that very like neat time where it's like between the crazy summer heat and like the bitter winter cold. Although with Ohio it tends to dip between it's summertime and hey, surprise, super early winter with no snow. Gotta love it. You gotta love it indeed. Ah. It's like that here too. Is Ohio and Greece like okay? I imagine. Let me correct what I was about to say. Is Ohio and like where you live like the same, like latitude and longitude, or at least like similar? Obviously, it won't be the same, but you know what I mean. Um, I need to look that up because I'm really curious, or at least like if there is like a space Ohio today in a comment. Really? Really, Lulu? I'm sorry. I can confirm you are not from Ohio. Which is for all the better. You live in Midwest Greece. I mean, okay. Yeah, it's not like okay. I have like a buddy who's going to like live in Greece for a year. Going to the east tomorrow. Okay. Nice. Not bad there, man. Not bad. Tell them no. Well, okay. So here's why. Here's why they're doing it. They were given basically a like a like a trip thing for their kids, and they want to see the world more, and their wife wants to go do it, so they're kind of like choosing to do that. It's like an education thing. I know that. That's predominantly why they're like deciding to do it. It's to both help their kids, and it's like a really good thing. You know how it is. Will be a short trip. About a year. So do you consider like... Hang on. There we go. If you consider like a year to be like a short trip, then I mean, it'd be relatively short. It's okay for a short trip, I wouldn't recommend for a long term. I get you, yeah. I heard like the Greek economy, has it? Oh boy. Has it recovered at all? I'm genuinely curious. If I remember right, I remember a few years ago I heard something about that. By the way, Lulu, I have a Swedish question for you. You've been struggling. Yeah, that's what I remember. It was... Let me check your Lulu, because I want to make sure that... I get it right, because I forgot, and my brain is silly. You're perfectly fine, Cozy. What's up? What's eating you there, bud? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I did just check. Hello, Tori. You're fine. Bye-byes. So... Lulu, have you ever been to, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, Yevle? Have you ever been to Yevle? Like dozens of times, maybe even hundreds. So I'm guessing you've seen you've probably been there around like the holiday times. So you've probably seen the goat burning thing. I had stumbled across that on my... Yes, thank you. Yes. Yeah, I had so I had stumbled across like that like a short on it. Yeah. Last night, and I immediately was like, I need to ask Lulu about that. Just to like get like a first-hand account of like what's it like, because I heard that it can get very crazy very quickly. For those of you who are not familiar, pretty much what happens is like during Christmas time, in excuse me, in Yevle, the city like puts up this like I'm not sure what it's made from. Lulu, please feel free to elaborate. Um, but they put up this like this statue of a goat, and the hay. Okay, I was not sure if it was a hay or straw or what. But thank you. They put up this like this hay statue of a goat, and from what I understand, the townsfolk, I say townsfolk, but you know what I mean, um, essentially go out of their way to destroy it, every year, or at least attempt to, and I don't remember the number of how many specifically like they have succeeded in actually like destroying, and they get very creative with it. Okay, it did. Yeah, and from what I understand, like the government does not like that at all. From what I saw, they had like called in like a local garrison or something. I don't know if that's true. I know that was I think 1 year. I do not remember. It was either like the local garrison or it was like the local police or something. Yes, it gets absolutely crazy. Um, it's very very interesting to hear about that. Because unfortunately I have not heard anything like that. Um, yeah, I heard that too. I did hear also that like 1 year somebody like plowed their car into it. Um, I'm sure that's happened multiple times. But yeah, it's really interesting and very like fascinating to see that kind of thing. Um, because I've never really like seen anything like that. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Huh. Very cool. Very, very neat. I'm trying to remember. Oh goodness. No, that'd be in Wales. Never mind. I'm confusing my my holiday traditions. Sincerest apologies. It costs like, oh jeez. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, why not, you know? And plus, I mean, I imagine, technically speaking, and yeah, actually, yeah, you just said it, yeah. Because I mean, yeah, it's your money, you know, why not? Um, and 10K is like a lot, like relatively speaking. I say relatively speaking, because 10K would barely pay for like an apartment here, but for a hay statue, that's a lot. No, but I 100% agree. Like, you guys are paying for it. Why not, like, let you guys destroy it? Oh, good lord. So, have you been to anywhere, like, outside of Sweden? If I may inquire, of course. If I might be the one to inquire. boop. Dozens of countries, including the U.S. Very nice, very nice. What was your absolute favorite and your least favorite? Like that you personally have been to? Goodness me. Whew. Was the yeah? I'm sorry. Yeah, honestly, like I can imagine. Um. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I can imagine that it was very, hmm, unfortunate. Like I know a ton of people who have like come here just to visit, and they leave and they're like, no, it was a very educational experience. It was a very good way. I think that I heard somebody phrase it, and I'm like, oh, I know what that means. I'm sorry. Goodness, goodness me, goodness me. But most favorite. I'm sure that you're getting there, but I just wanted to fill the air. To be honest, Thailand, really, or Cyprus? Huh. Mind if I ask what you liked so much about it? I'm super curious, by the way. Nope, did not mean to press that button. Goodness me, I am a mess right now. Sheesh. Thailand or Cyprus? That's interesting. Whoa, what? Give me 1 second while you're typing that out there, Lulu. I'm back. Everything's fine. Thailand was very fun because I was young. Watched the whole family. Okay. And there was a lot of. Okay, very nice. Very cool. I unfortunately have not had the opportunity to go outside the U.S. As I've mentioned before, a stream or sorry, as I mentioned like on another stream. Um, you're fine, Paris. You're fine. Back it up. You're perfectly fine. Travis was great because my uncle lived there. Okay. Very cool. The tourism, very nice. That's awesome. Um, for context, what had happened, by the way, is my plug for my cord had come out. Oh, interesting. All right, cuz. Feel free to come on back later. Yeah, I imagine that must be interesting. Very interesting. Especially when it comes to, like, different cultures and whatnot. Very special feeling to... Yeah! 100%. That's actually just about what I was going to say. Seeing, like, countries with different sorts of cultures, and they just kind of, like... And there's a fine line between them. You know... Oh, of course, of course. Of course. Of course. I just mean, like, in terms of, like, the differences that are there. Yeah. Is it working now? I sure hope so. Yes, it is. All right, awesome. So we've adopted a lot of elements from its culture. Very nice. And the island itself, both sides included, has built their own identity. Yeah, 100%. Which, I think that, like, that is a very good thing, of course. But I also think that it's almost excuse me, it's almost an inevitability. When, like, if something like that happens, you kind of need to develop, like, your own identity as, like, like a nation. Especially being, like, its own autonomous, like, thing. I'm currently checking on that for you there, Mika. Give me 1 second. All right. Here it is. It is currently 5:01 a.m. Greece and Turkey, the longer and bloodier history. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, though, that's just... I kind of hate to, like say it like this, and I know how it's going to sound, a very typical American kind of way of like phrasing this, but it's very, like, it kind of boggles the mind a little bit to think, like, 400 years is a long time, and to have something like that happen for essentially 400 years, it's just I don't want to say that it's surprising, because it's really not, but it gives me pause for a moment. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Oh, of course, 100%. You know, I'm very much aware of that. I'm very aware of that. Which, by the way, I have heard that those churches are absolutely amazing. Um, it's humbling. That's a much better way, I think, of putting it. It's extremely humbling, at least to me. Of course, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I'm very much aware that, you know, because of course I'm very like big into learning about like various histories from all around the world. Um, especially, you know, the like the pre, like, I hate to say the old world history, but you know what I mean. Um, I'm struggling to word today apparently. But it's extremely interesting, and it's genuinely, it is humbling, and it's very like interesting to learn about, because that's not something that we have here. Um, Mr. Robert Christian, yeah, of course, and I think that you should be. I think that the main thing about history, right, is that I'm I'm choosing my words very, very, very carefully here because of how this could be misconstrued. You can be proud of your you can be proud of your history, but not be okay with what happened. I think, and then please, if you guys have a better way of phrasing that, please let me know. Um, yeah, there are a ton of things that I do not like about what, like, America and the American people have done. Just in the past and even in the present, you know. Yeah, of course. And I think as long as you acknowledge that, then that is good. You know, trying to, it's that old adage, you know, those who don't learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. Um, and I feel like exactly. And anybody who thinks that they do is, I'm sorry, they're wrong. Um, I'm somebody who believes that whether it be like on a like a national scale, or whether it be on just like a personal scale, I am somebody who believes that history is very important. Um, and I think that, you know, with, like, if you're that's perfect. It's pure propaganda. Oh, 100%. I know in Japan, that is unfortunately how they do a few things. If I remember correctly, it is uh, Japan, and I think to a certain extent Russia. I could be mistaken. Um, that's kind of how they do like a lot of World War II history, unfortunately. Um, and you know, say what you will, there's plenty of things to say about that. Um, I feel like, you know, learning the bad things that, you know, your nation has done. Okay, that's perfectly fine, Mika. I feel like knowing the bad things is, it's just as important as knowing the good things. Um, I also think that context is important, and I say that with a caveat. Context is important, but it does not excuse. Um, 100%. 100%. Um, yeah, and that's why like I like asking like a ton of questions about like things from hey, like what is it like like being there like in just somewhere else that's not the US. Because I'm going to say unfortunately, and that's with the understanding that I love everybody who watches me and everybody who pays me mind. But unfortunately, a lot of YouTube and a lot of like YouTube content can very quickly become an echo chamber where you only get like one national perspective, and if you like, it almost feels like people can be afraid and nervous sometimes about yeah, Paris, that's I can understand that. Yes. I did know that. Um and I'm trying to remember. There was an actual name, but I do not remember what it is. That's going to bother me. That is going to bother me. So I'm currently watching my my battery like a hawk because unfortunately my headset did not charge all the way. Um, okay, okay, gotcha. Interesting. Very interesting. I I I more meant your ancestors, Lulu. Like in terms of like what the the proper term was. Because I did like hear about it. I'm trying to remember it. It's gonna bother me. It's one of those things where like I know it, but I'll know it as soon as you say it. It's recognizing it. Interesting. Hmm. And for the record, I will also be streaming in about 3 hours or so, give or take. So I probably will not go for much longer. I just wanted to do a short little stream um, during the day-ish. Um, this was just because I wanted to and I could, to be honest. And plus I wanted to kind of like, get more good vibes out there, that sort of thing. Streaming during the day is always like a little like difficult because I know that a lot of my audience is going to be at oh hmm huh. So it's very intrahistorial, not interhistorial. I don't know. Not historial. Yeah. It's very intrahistorical and not interhistorical. Wow, that's really hard to say. History is too long, is what you're saying. You have to go out of your way. So much. I get that. Welcome back, Mika. 100% Mika, what's up? And just for the record, I will probably not be streaming for much longer. I was telling Lulu and Paris, so my battery did not charge. So I'm gonna need to like charge it before tonight, before about 6 p.m. How long will you be streaming? Yeah. So ironically, I just answered that. Yeah, I will not be streaming for much longer, because I only have about 2 hours and about 2.5 hours of battery left. I'll probably stream for like maybe a few more minutes. I might like. You said what I was asking. Yeah, 100%. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I will be streaming later tonight. If anybody else can make it, that'd be great. Feel free to share this with your friends, that sort of thing. You know the drill. Lulu, I totally get it if you cannot make it, and I get it. Get your sleep. You're good. It's fine. Feel free to pop on in as is needed. We love having you. Paris, if you want to come in, or if you need like some like, just some noise in the background while you drive or whatever, and if I'm on, feel free to like, type in, or not type in, just like show up, and no need to talk. I'm always assuming that like at least someone's here. So yeah. I'll see if I catch the stream. Yeah, you're perfectly good. You are all good there, man. I really appreciate you guys being on. Yeah, of course. That's all that I ask. Just pop in, say hi, and then I don't know, do something else. Whatever. I like having that kind of open door policy with my streams. In terms of my personal life, it's a bit it's complicated. But I'm trying to do better. Have I wish? Aww. Oh, Paris, you have one of those too. It's not like a joke. I do have I have emotional support plushies that I will like hug if I need them. If anybody tells you that is like a childish thing to do, his name is Leopold. Oh, Paris, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to post a picture of Leopold in the community tab if you want. Before, for real, well, we rarely united, but the most common were obviously the Danes from Denmark and the Okay. Okay, so it's the... Okay. I get what you mean now, Lulu. I get it. Okay. I thought that there was like a more... Hi, Abby. Unfortunately, I can't stream for much longer, but I will be streaming at about 6. So... His full name is Lord Leopold Fergus Marmaduke V. I love that. So Lulu, I now understand what you mean. I totally get what you mean now. And I was completely misunderstanding. I thought that there was like more of a like an umbrella term that was used specifically for like the various. I'm not sure what like the term is. I don't want to say clan or what have you. That must have been like one of those historical falsities that just kind of came about and just never really left. Swedes never went to England. We went and sold the Slavs to the Turks and the Russer from modern day Russia. Went and founded Russia. Very interesting. Going into a panic attack. Oh my goodness. Abby, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah, apparently a lot of people are in school right now. I kind of expected that, and I'm not upset at all. I do appreciate I do appreciate you at least stopping by. Um, where the people exchange things. The Slavic countries. Okay. So it was 20 past 9 in the morning. In the evening, my bad. 20 past. Jeez. Yeesh. Yeah, time zones are like weird, man. Oh, Abby. You okay? You alright? Answer my messages right. Yes, yes I can, Mika. You're fine. Just making sure. I'm sorry. I was a little bit. Northern Greece, really? Yeah, Lulu is 100% right. How's it going, Darkslayer? Why is it that everybody shows up like right before I am about to end stream? Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You really should. Okay. So fast about a breath. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, it's like 3:20 right now, and like, I know most of our schools like get out like at 4-ish, which is fine. Yeah, you're good. Oh my goodness. This random guy. Abby, be careful, okay? Like, yeah, go. Yep. Yep, get to the nurse, Abby. North Carolina. Oh, really? You're from. Huh. Interesting. Is it 310? Okay. That's it. That's cool. I didn't know that. Good. That's really, really good, Abby. I do. Yeah, same, Lulu. You know, 4:40. That's perfectly fine. Our school to end at 2 here. Huh. Good. That's good. That's really, really good, Abby. I've run like in track. Dude, you do track? That's awesome. I'm very happy that you're getting the help you need, Abby. I'm sorry you fell, and I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. I wish I could run. That's good. That's really, really, really good, Abby. I'm not in track, but I'm able to. Okay. Help me with my panic attack. That's doubly good. Yeah. Oh, jeez. 100% Paris. It's all gonna be good. Let me just say, by the way, you guys handled that very, very well. Thank you. I... Hmm. It genuinely makes me happy to see that, you know, you guys are just so kind. I got my things. That's good. Yeah. Please be careful. Okay. That's good. I'll see you at 6, alright? I'll try not to be late. Okay. That's good. Yeah. 100%. 1000% Paris, yeah. And goodbye, Abby. Please feel better, okay? Okay. Stay safe. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna... Love you too, Abs. Of course. Always happy to help. Peace. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna probably head out. I will see you guys probably like around 6. Hopefully my headset's going to charge. I'm gonna do everything I can to get as much charge out of it as I possibly can. Love you too, Mika. I will. You be careful. I will see whoever is willing to show up later tonight. And I do have an update on something that I do want to let you guys know about, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be interesting. Alright. Good night, Paris. Sleep well. No! Dark Slayer, nope! Later, guys. See you later. They look good. My goodness. Later, Lulu.